Our early September 2020 housing market report, Quartiles home prices in the real estate market through last month. What's a quartile, you say? A quartile housing report is like a median housing report on steroids. It gives you 3 times the information about what people are spending on homes. If you're new to reports using quartiles, stick around to the end of this short video and you'll see how we glean quality information using the quartile function. Sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and prepare for a different way of looking at today's housing market. Hi, I'm Joe Manausa, author of The Business of Getting Business and the creator of Manausa.com, where I've helped tens of thousands of people buy and sell homes. I would like to help you too. If you already are a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. If you're not a subscriber, please consider becoming one now. We offer the most thorough and accurate housing market reports on YouTube, plus answers to your real estate frequently asked questions, and we also provide virtual tours of some of the most beautiful homes in Tallahassee. Simply hit subscribe to get started, and the bell, so you're the most informed buyer or seller in your next real estate transaction. Don't be confused by the term quartile. It has nothing to do with quarterly or any other time frame. Instead, it's a process of segmenting home sales by price. This is similar to reports that focus on the median home price. When we identify the median home price in Tallahassee, we know that 1/2 of all home sales are below that price, while the other half is above that price. But what if we want to dig deeper? What if we want to know more? For example, what if we wanted to know an intermediate median, like the median between 0 and the median? Or how about a median between the median and the highest priced home sale? That's what the quartile function allows us to do. So instead of getting 2 segments of the housing market, high and low, we now get 4. This segmentation tells us so much more about home sales and home affordability than we could find from a study of the median home price. Here's how it works. The first quartile returns the bottom 25% of all home sales based on price. The second quartile is homes priced between the bottom quartile and the median. The third quartile is all home sales from the median to the top quartile, and finally the fourth quartile returns the top 25% of all homes sold based on sales price. The first graph is one way to plot quartiles. It reveals boundaries of each quartile for each of the 4 quadrants of Tallahassee. The blue line demarks the boundary between the first and second quartile. The red line, also known as the median, identifies the boundary between the second and third quartile. And finally, the silver line shows where the fourth quartile begins. This information is useful as it compares the general affordability of homes across Tallahassee. For example, the amount of money you spend in the least expensive quartile in Northeast Tallahassee could put you among the most expensive quartiles on the west side of town. Also, you pay double or more in the first quartile of Northeast Tallahassee than you do in Northwest or Southwest Tallahassee. We can get a better feel for quartile feedback by looking at each quadrant separately, so I've produced pie charts for each quadrant of Tallahassee in order to go into further detail. For each of the quadrants, I've assembled a pie chart that shows each quartile of home prices. The first quartile is shown in blue, the second in orange, the third in gray, and the fourth is displayed in yellow. The second quartile reveals the median home price in Northeast Tallahassee has reached $285,000. That means that in Northeast Tallahassee, 1/2 of all homes sold went for less than that, while the other half went for more. It's amazing how far Northeast Tallahassee has recovered since the bottom of the housing market in 2012. If you spend $220,000 on a home in Northeast Tallahassee today, it will be among the cheapest 25% of all Northeast Tallahassee homes. 1/2 of the market in Northeast Tallahassee paid between $222,000 and $375,000, meaning that $153,000 separates the top from the bottom quartile. Northwest Tallahassee is far more affordable than is Northeast Tallahassee. As I pointed out earlier, the fourth quartile here has homes that would fall in the first quartile in Northeast Tallahassee. 1/2 of all buyers in Northwest Tallahassee paid between $108,000 and $207,000. Roughly $100,000 separates the top quartile from the bottom. The second quartile reveals the median home price in Northwest Tallahassee has reached $151,000. It'll be interesting to see how the quartiles move in Northwest Tallahassee in the future. So much of this has to do with student housing. Will the pandemic push students away from the large new complexes and back towards single-family detached homes and townhouses? Even after there is a cure, I suspect there might be some societal changes in regard to social distancing and the desire to live among so many other people. It's hard to forecast what people will do, but we need to acknowledge that we could be in for a major reversal in how students want to live. If they do move away from the large apartment complexes, then I believe we'll see the same historic appreciation rates for investment homes rented to students. But what if the pandemic has no long-term impact on the trend of students moving to the large apartment complexes? What if the brand new large 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom apartments remain super popular? If this is the case, we'll see a lot of the prior student rentals renovated and then sold to first-time home buyers and young families. In my opinion, this would accelerate appreciation and we would see the lowest quartile in Northwest Tallahassee rise dramatically. Hey, are you liking the information in this housing market report? If so, please take a moment to mash down the like button. It's important as it tells YouTube that this video is one they should promote to other viewers like you. Thank you. There are so many more observations we can make with this quartile information. So if you think of something important that I did not point out, please share it in the comments section below. I really appreciate the comments and the feedback that I've been receiving, and it helps me develop my future topics. Due to the strong influence of Southwood, Southeast Tallahassee is seeing all quartiles getting costlier. It doesn't seem so long ago that the first quartile in Southeast Tallahassee fell below 100,000, but time and appreciation leave their marks. One half of all buyers in Southeast Tallahassee paid between $140,000 and $294,000, a difference of over $150,000. The least expensive homes can be found in Tallahassee's southwest quadrant. Here, you can still buy about a third of the homes for less than $100,000, though I suspect that won't last very long. The middle of the market goes from $80,000 to $172,000, a $93,000 difference, which is similar to what we saw in Northwest Tallahassee. Overall, the quartile report shows that the east side of Tallahassee is more expensive than the west side, just as the north side is more expensive than the south side. It shows that you can still find homes for less than $100,000, and surprisingly, the top quartile at its most expensive point is still under $400,000. One final observation that hits me is that it is getting nearly impossible to build single-family, detached homes at prices below the top quartile. Could this be a sign that new homes will only be available to the wealthiest 25% of homebuyers in Tallahassee? What about you? How does the quartile view provide further insight into the Tallahassee real estate market? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You'll get more housing market updates and answers to your real estate frequently asked questions, like the one at the top left that I answered for Chris about using charm pricing in real estate. Or watch the one below it where I answered the question, is the housing market too hot to sustain?